just wait a second and you start. Okay. Okay, friends, again now all are waiting for our next speaker on the call. I will introduce the Priyanka Bemal. She is currently based in Odisha, and she is the okay. Sorry about it. So she is the founding member of Mata Ramabai Ambedkar Learning Center in Kalahandi, Odisha. Priyanka completed her MA in Women's Studies from the prestigious Tata Institute of Social Science in Hyderabad. Priyanka is currently in her third year of pursuing LLB at Kalahandi Law College in Odisha. Priyanka is an Ambedkar scholar. She is an activist. She is an educator. In addition, she is dedicated her time in advancing women's rights, Bahujan social movements, and educational opportunities for the marginalized community in Odisha. Priyanka is also the co-founder of Mata Ramabai Ambedkar Learning Center, which provides a free accommodation, life skills training, and academic support for the underprivileged needy girl student back in Odisha. Furthermore, she actively engaged with the various local Ambedkarite organizations, advocating for gender justice and promoting Ambedkar's principles through her academic and ongoing efforts. So with this, I would like to welcome Priyanka on the online Vihara. And Priyanka, please go ahead. The friend, just to let you know, there is a big storm in the Odisha area right now. So there is no electricity in that area. So she's not going to turn her video on, but audio will be there. So Priyanka, is over to you. But again, with this situation also you are joining. So we do appreciate that you are joining on the call.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the introduction. Am I audible to everyone? Sir, am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. Javim Namabudaya, everyone. And sorry for the inconvenience. That is the power outage at my location. And yeah, thank you so much for giving this space to me. It means a lot to me, especially coming from a rural area like Kalahandi, Odisha. And I got this opportunity, and I think it's really speaks a lot. And thank you, Sadhubat, to everyone. And I take this opportunity as a very kind of, I don't know how to say, but I really appreciate for this opportunity, especially sharing about this very foundation of Mata Ramabai Ambedkar Learning Center. Uh, as you know that being an Ambedkarite, I'm being affiliated with this local Ambedkarite organization, as well as actively participating in the ongoing events and celebration of our leaders' memories. And recently also, um, we organized some couple of protests where I took as a active participant, especially as you know that growing atrocities among the Dalit women, especially by the Brahminical state. So we did couple of protests, and during then I was kind of heavily working on women issues, especially focused on our community women. And then coming to the very ideas of foundation of or the establishment of Mata Ramabai Ambedkar Learning Center, I think uh, it's me and Arun. We were discussing these ideas that we have seen because we have been working with local organization like Kalinga Mitra Trust and other organization. We have been meeting our students, and we have been observing and listening to them that how they are not able to accommodate their they're not able to support their accommodation and staying in cities like, I would say, the district headquarter place like Bhavani Patna and capital place like Bhubaneswar. So we come up with these ideas because this is my place. I mean, this is my home, and there is no one living here because my parents lives in village. They are working as a teacher, and here I continuing as a law student. Except me, there are nobody who are staying in my home. and there is one floor of in our house, and the place has like not using anymore since like it's 2 3 years. So as we constructed but nobody there, so we thought initially we thought that um like came up with these ideas that we should like provide accommodation for our people like who are really in need, and for this because my place, like my home is nearby the women's college of Bhavani Patna. So where I remember a couple of conversation with the hostel warden and the couple of faculty in the university, in the college. They were sharing that the couple of Dalit caste students, like especially, they were not able to afford hostel fees. I mean, they were bound to leave the hostel, and as a result, they have to drop out the college from the study. And to be honest, I mean, this is not the one story. There are many more stories like that. I mean, how especially girl students coming from the first generation, coming for the first time outside of the home and trying to study in the university or trying to study in the colleges. I mean, especially in the district headquarter or in the central university. So we just thought that, that as we know, we have learned from our ancestor, like our leaders, how they're able to build the accommodation for the community, like beginning from Mata uh, Savitribai Phule, Jyotiba Phule, and then Ambedkar. Like they used to say, like educate, like our education institution can, like how give a space to assert ourselves or learn something, staying in that particular accommodation. So we think that I think that this is just we started like how our ancestors used to say. But in the initial phase, we're having fear that how we can kind of sustain this very accommodation, because the thing like for the like managing to accommodation or sustain to the accommodation, we need foods like the ongoing resources, facilities, and all of that. But somehow we are one way we are should kind of thinking that we should start this accommodation to support our needy girl student, at least who are pursuing 12th initially, and then maybe on thinking about especially those who cannot afford the hostel or the room rent or staying outside. But like other side also, like we have that fear in ourselves that as we are not earning these days, so how we can also take responsibility and try to sustain this in this such kind of situation. So this was like, our initial part, that how we come up with these ideas of giving space for our students, especially girl students, because other side will see that how the male dominant society give space for the quote unquote male, but when it comes to a girl student or girl child, they are roaming and they are studying outside of this village. Like it's always restricted by the Brahminical society. So even if the space here, like I'm in my place, the Kalahandi district, so like Bhavani Patna, which is headquarter of Kalahandi, I mean district Kalahandi. So it's like every time everybody has to come here, one way or other way. People has to come for a lot of work, like because of this is the headquarter of the district, right? So yeah, for the office work, and all the good university and the colleges are situated in this place. So every time you will see find like very male of this like out of the community who always free to study outside in the state university, or we can say in the central university, or in the district headquarter. But when it comes to the women, the grassroots women, I would say the rural women, it's always restricted like to the kitchen. Then afterwards certain level education like 10, 12, even if they are past फुल 12 हार्डली दे आर गेटिंग मैरिड। जैसे कि मुझे याद है जब हम लोग ने जो प्रोटेस्ट किया था, मैं जो पहले शेयर कर रही थी, तो वहाँ की जो वुमेन्स कॉलेज है, देयर वर स्टूडेंट्स जो गर्ल्स स्टूडेंट्स हैं, वो लोग हमें ज्वाइन की थी। और हमने देखा था कि उनमें कैसे वो लीडरशिप क्वालिटी थी। पर एक मतलब वेकेशन आता है, समर वेकेशन, फिर बाद में पता चलता है कि उनका शादी हो गया है। तो थोड़ा सा यहाँ पे ऐसा है कि लाइक कुछ पेरेंट्स ऐसे सोचते हैं, डेफिनेटली लाइक इफ दे आर अर्निंग 5,000 पर मंथ और 4,000, क्योंकि यहाँ पे लाइक 2500 अराउंड 25 अराउंड हॉस्टल का सिर्फ खाने का लाइक चार्जेस है। तो ऐसा भी होता है कि पेरेंट्स, ऐसे भी कुछ कुछ पेरेंट्स सोचते हैं जो लाइक महीने 5,000 ऐसे जो डेली वेजेस जो लेबर हैं कि मतलब ऐसे पैसे सेव करके तो हम इनका शादी करवा सकते हैं, लेकिन ऐसे भी अभी भी है यहाँ पे। सो या दिस इनिशिएटिव लाइक उन्हीं स्टूडेंट के लिए है जो कि हम लोग उनको सपोर्ट कर सकते हैं ऐसे थोड़ा बहुत, और वो लोग आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। सो as we know that we started lately, like we have started last of February. So we just thought the entrance exam for the undergraduate entrance exam for the Central University, those who are studying especially, we thought like at least those who are preparing, we should support or give chance to them for the like time being. That's how we accommodate nearly 6 students, and then we gave them online tutorial through the support of our community people who are expertising with maths, English, and reasoning. And also, I am good at reasoning, current affairs, and general knowledge. So I was also like working and teaching and spending time with those girls. And we believe that, like only through we can empower women through education. And this is something we learned from Mata Savitribai Phule, and Baba Sahib also tell the same story, that only education can emancipate from everything, all the burden we are facing right now because of the Brahminical hegemony. Yeah, that's we only uh, focusing this time, that at least if we focus this particular girls who are preparing for this entrance exam, we also hope that within this 6 students, if there are a couple of students will able to click and secure the admission in any central university or any this state level university, it will also give us or a message to the community, that, oh wow, look at that girl. She was just roaming around the place, but now they're studying in the state and central university. And as a result, maybe the community girl student who are falling apart or falling behind, or maybe get some inspiration from this particular initiative. So this is kind of our initial thought, and that's how we just started and continuing to do that. And of course, when it's come to kind of sustain this initiative, we have been facing lots of issues, like when it comes to kind of sustain, because it's include the food security and counseling, all of that, because there are one who are like working with us uh, for the time being, and I'm the only sole person working with them. So it's kind of always very difficult to spend time with them, guiding them. So it's become very tough. I mean, to kind of counsel them, it's sometimes it's become tough. When it's come to the very support system, I becoming lonely, to be very honest. But it's also interesting कि like how I'm uh, कैसे manage करते हैं, and like धीरे धीरे I'm learning, I'm like getting experience from that. So like it was इनिशियली लाइक पहले पहले दिक्कत होता था, बट धीरे धीरे आई एम डीलिंग लाइक स्टूडेंट को क्लासेस के बारे में बताना, तो या नाउ आई एम getting experience from that. And I think somehow they also like completed their entrance exam, and somehow they feel relaxed, and they were saying that exam went quite good, and I'm hoping for the result out of it. Yeah. And yeah, these days we are not kind of anybody sponsoring to this initiative, but of course there are people supported financially and provided some materials, books, and um, that's how also we are planning to take the community support to sustain this initiative. And in future, we are also trying to kind of couple of ideas that whom we will give the accommodation for the time being. And we are in a like we are thinking that we only give accommodation to the needy student who are not like not able to afford or for themselves to staying outside, or will do the counseling session with their family, like with their parents. We'll see where this particular student can be afford or not. And we're also thinking to increase our facilities, uh, as currently we are only having like we are giving the only food and accommodation. Yeah. uh, but eventually thinking of giving them computer, digital skill and other life skill. For the time being we are not thinking of that right now. And we also kind of thinking of more supportive and safety environment in the upcoming days, because as you know that kind of monitoring or mentoring this kind of counseling this girl student, can anything can happen, because of this days the social media, like लोगों को पता चल रहा है कि यहाँ पे लड़कियां पढ़ रही हैं and all, right? So we are just thinking that how we can come up with this very ideas where it's beginning with this camera or any security staff, or more staff, more volunteer we can recruit in our accommodation, or like in our learning center, for more inclusive and supportive in environment for the girl student. We are trying to do that. So we're just thinking, but for the time being we are not doing because of the lack of resources. And also, yeah, more importantly, another uh, like the community involvement is more important, because without community support we can't sustain this initiative. Because we need more volunteer, we need more supporters in terms of providing materials, in terms of teaching our students, in terms of giving Ambedkarite ideas to so community involvement is more important, and it plays significant role in order to the sustain our initiative. And also gradually we are thinking to kind of collaborate, or I would say that partnership, working with all like other state organization. Let's say there are other Ambedkarites student who are providing spoken English, let's say skill development and other training. So in the upcoming days, we also thinking to collaborate with them to get knowledge from our fellow organization. So we are also thinking that particular partnership or collaboration in upcoming days. Also thinking about our future plan, as you know that this is only started from our home, right? So also thinking that we'll do expansion this particular center if we get more resource and more ideas from the community, that we can have more space and we can accommodate more students, especially focusing on girl students. And we'll think of a long-term goal and objective. But this is somehow we are thinking, and maybe community people come forward, and then we take these ideas forward and we can work on particular ideas on upcoming days. Yeah. So yeah, this is something we are just doing, and we were, to be honest, we are in confusion, and we are still working in one mission that if at least this space is getting proper utilization, somehow the very first generation coming from the rural area, especially the first generation women coming out from the village, staying in the district headquarter, learning something, getting into central university in higher education. I think this will be a, like, a great achievement. I mean, overall, we are becoming more pessimistic and hopeful that this initiative will somehow helping our student. We're also doing, uh, yeah. So yeah, also we're doing our best, to support them in all aspect. And I wish that, hello.
Yeah, Priyanka, we can hear you. Priyanka, please go ahead.
Hey,
And
yeah,
we will start the question answer session once you are done with your speech here. Yeah.
yes, yeah. Also, I wish if you people can help us in any aspects, whether it's guidance, providing any support uh, on or anything will be highly appreciated. So yeah, concluding my words, I will say that, um, once again, thank you very much for this space, and I really appreciate for this. And I really say sadhubat to all of you for this great opportunity, and it means a lot.
Good, good.
And yeah,
Yeah, good.
and we are looking forward your kind words and suggestion to sustain our learning center. And if you have any question, then yeah, you are free to ask. I'll try to answer as best as I can. And yeah, thank you all thank you all. Thank you very much. Javim Namo Vidhaya.
No, well, thank you. Apart from that, Priyanka, I would also like to request Arun Mahananda to say a few words. He's also co-founder of the Mata Rabai Learning Center with you. And currently, Arun is based in the London right now, and he completed his master's and MPhil degree at the Tata Institute of Social Science in Mumbai. And now he's pursuing a PhD on criminology at University of Essex. So, Arun, are you there? If you want to say a few words on the same initiative.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, everyone, Jai Bhim. And I think most of the points already covered by Priyanka already. So just to give you kind of summary that the whole idea is, as Priyanka already mentioning during this talk, that as you know that especially this when it's come to getting space, and I see this getting space also these days privilege, to be honest. And if you see that, even if today, even if we are celebrating 75 years independence, and the other side, if you see that the most of the rural population, especially the if I take the example, the state like Odisha, Jharkhand, and Bihar, so most of the lower caste people, they are not able to access their basic facilities, even though we got a lot of provision in constitutionals and all of that. But in real practice, it's too difficult. And to be honest, it's so pathetic to see that how our people are getting alienation by the access to very the basic facilities from the states. I know there are a lot of policy act, the constitution itself, all. We are also, especially the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, as I'm talking about the Odisha, it's almost 40% of the total population in Odisha. And we also called ourselves as a protected category by the state as far as our reservation and all that policy is concerned. But when it's come to accessing the very education, health, and all infrastructure, it's almost no for our community, to be honest. And when it's come to our women, it's very unfortunate to see that how our women are only majorly, especially when it's come to rural areas, they're majorly restricted in their family, and especially a kitchen, to be honest, right? So I think this as such initiative is more crucial in this juncture, because Baba Sahib used to say that, I measure the progress of a community by the degree women have achieved. And somehow, if we looked, even if we're staying in 21st century society and the globalized, so-called quote unquote globalized world, but the very women and without women, you can see that, how this whole idea of education and also all that basic facility our women especially is not accessing in our society. And this is very positive news for all the Ambedkarite community and the local organization, that because of their ideological strength, I would say, the organization supports somehow, even if we're coming from very rural areas, but because of Ambedkarism and the leaders and the people who are tremendously and tirelessly working to take the legacy of the anti-caste leaders. They're working their best, and somehow, because of all this ongoing Ambedkar movement, somehow these people, the people who are historical marginalized, have started getting some kind of access because of their day and night, I would say, this hard work. So yeah, so I think this is something I just want that we need to more welcome as such initiative, not restricted to education, but also we need to focus on economy. We also focus on health, and we also focus on entrepreneurship. So this is just our ideas, and we also, as Priyanka was mentioning, that we also want to extend our this learning center. We also want to take this learning center in grassroots level, so that we can also thinking right now to for the remedial classes. We also have a couple of colleagues who are already working in the ground, like Ambedkar Phule Pathshala. I think I can say Julie also here. And also there are people in the form of Kalinga Mitra Trust. And also there are people who are also kind of, trying their best in the individual way. So I think this is the right time to connect each dots and make it circle so that, our community can maximum supports from our community as well. So I think it's quite important to come together and take this our anti-caste leader caravan ahead. And I'm looking forward to it for your kind support and guidance. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Jai Bhim to all.
Thank you, Arun, and thank you, Priyanka, for joining on the online VR and sharing your insightful on the Mata Ramabai Ambedkar Learning Center. Hopefully, we are looking success to this center, and this center can grow across the Odisha, also other part of the country. So, with this one, anyone has any questions to Priyanka and Arun? Please go ahead.
This is Subhash Gedam. I just want to know, have you created a website for your activities for the Mata Ramabai Center so that everybody knows what you all are doing? That would, if you have not yet come up with a website, that would be a good addition to your mission. And that way, those who want to give some donation in the form of money can deposit directly in your accounts pertaining to your center.
Priyanka, you want to address this?
Okay, so I just take this question. Jai Bhim, Subhash sir, and I think I already forward this the website. It's not a website, but just we tried just free one, and just you can access. I hope you can access. I already shared the link in the chat box. Just let me know if it is accessible.
Okay.
Yes, it is accessible. I think I am able to open it.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions to Priyanka and Arun? Priyanka, Bemal, and Arun. So, Priyanka, quick question: how many girls are right now at your learning center?
So there are 6 girls right now.
Okay, so recently you started with the 6 girl, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, good. And they are from the villages and city area, or what? How you guys are screening their background and how you guys are accommodating them based on the income status or family status, or how you guys do it?
Yes, sir. All the girls are from the they belongs from the first generation student. Those who are uh, coming to study in the uh, district headquarter or colleges. So through the social media, they got to know about our learning center. Then when we got to know about that they are preparing for Central University, and yes, we asked to them and we talked with their parents and we got
Priyanka, you are muted. I think she dropped
I
it.
think she might having some network problem because of this
Yes,
on.
yeah, yeah, you can go ahead, Anat.
Yeah, so basically, sir, as you know that I already mentioned that in Odisha particularly, especially the emerging Ambedkarite force, especially in Western Odisha. So because of them, what is happening these days is like people are there, especially our Ambedkarite people are there to support our community as best as they can. So what happened? They are trying their best, and also we are getting reference to these particular students who are coming across in that particular platform. Then okay, I got a couple of students who are not able to afford staying in outside of the colleges or hostel fees and all of that. So we are taking those students, talking with them personally, and also we're talking their families, and also for the reference check, we are also talking with this ongoing community leaders. I would say the Ambedkar activists, and this is how we are recruiting the girl students initially to our center, and it just especially I think the all were scheduled caste. We're also looking for the scheduled tribe and lower OBC community, but as such, we only have only scheduled caste women in our center. Yeah.
This is Lalit here.
Yeah, please
Yes.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So first of all, congratulations, and you're doing quite commendable work for the community. And you answered my question. I wanted to know how you're connected with other Ambedkarite people, maybe some middle class who may be in government services. Like in Maharashtra, it will be good to connect with people from other states. How and also in Odisha also. Example, in Maharashtra, one of the initiative is like starting library centers in a lot of places in Vidarbha, uh, especially the people who are first class officer, second class officer, or even clerical positions. So they contribute their money to support locally. So that way, I think they not only engage them financially, but also they devote their time. And sometimes there are efforts to motivate the new generation who may be preparing for public services or state services, or I think you are focusing on central higher education. So some models where people who have gone in this higher education in JNU or Hyderabad University or abroad, it will be good to get some database of that, and I think get maybe virtually engaging some people from local communities. And I would be happy to give you some references of people who studied from Tata Institute who are from Odisha. So they may be happy to connect with you. So I sent message in the text. Um, if you can share your contact information. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lalit, for your support. Priyanka,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So thank you, Lalitha. It's quite important question. So just to add on your point that as a global mentor, I think I have been affiliated with a lot of Ambedkar organization in India and abroad, and I'm doing counseling not only for the state and central university, and also these days I'm also already become the global mentor higher education, especially focusing on our community. And as far as this JNU, SU and TIS concern, I done my MA and MPhil from TIS Mumbai, and I got a lot of friends from JNU and other central and state universities. So we have been working, to be honest, just that for this initiative, while focusing on women for just initial, because we have, I think, as far as me is concerned, I think I've been working as a mentor, especially focusing central and state universities since more than 10 years, and I also affiliated with a lot of Ambedkar organization, to be honest. And I have been doing that. Just that this is the practical work which we just recently started from February, uh, because we believe that we got the counseling, we're just talking in phone and meeting or organizing workshop one day or two, not make that much sense until unless we'll not start doing by establishing our own center. And definitely I really appreciate the very idea of building the institution, and that is something we are thinking because, and that's quite important, to be honest, as far as our anti-caste already shown the path that how institution bring change to our community. But when it's come to Odisha, to be honest, sir, it's quite difficult to see that Odisha is just emerging when it's come to Ambedkarism, and we have very less person who are dedicating uh, time, talent, and treasures to come up with the very idea of institution. But there are people who are welcoming such ideas, but not that we can build institution out of it, not like Maharashtra, to be honest. So we are working all those ideas, and there are also Ambedkar activists. They already given their land, but just that we are not able to organize the resource to build Buddha Vihar and the Ambedkar Center itself. So we are trying figuring out all this thing, and hopefully we'll do something together. And thank you so much for your precious questions, sir. Jai Bhim.
Good collaboration there. Yeah. Any other questions? We do have 8 more minutes to go.
Just one more last comment. So I think sometime, Arun, you try to mobilize people from Orissa. So whatever support you get there, I think it will be good to get support from other state also, people who are actively engaged. So that way, it helps connect nationally or people from other states as well, and they may be able to support financially as well. So thank you so much, and Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So Arun, that's the reason here for the bringing you on the call to collaborate, so that you guys can make the more centers and effectively. There are a lot of expertise in the Maharashtra area, particularly. There are a lot of centers are going on. So I think it is better to collaborate and learn from their mistake, what they have done in the past, so that we can move it forward. Yeah. So Chatak, please go ahead. Yeah.
So, Jai Bhim, Arun and Priyanka, it seems a very good initiative from you guys. My question is related with, since you are just starting, I think you may be facing a lot of challenges. Can you briefly explain what kind of challenges you are facing currently in your new initiative?
प्रियंका आप बोल सकते हैं, आप अनम्यूट कीजिए. या प्रियंका, या अरुण.
Okay, I think Priyanka might having network issues. So thank you so much, sir, for the question. So as far as the challenge is concerned, I think the very first challenges we're getting is to convince the family, because as you know that even if we wanted to help to our community, especially girls child, it's very difficult to convince them. So we're trying our best to counsel them. We're also taking supports from the local leaders to convince their family that how education is much needed to for everything. So we are just also taking community supports to make convince to the family. And the second challenge is to like the neighbors. Even if you see that, especially if I could cite our um scheduled caste community, because so far we only have worked with scheduled caste community. The neighbors, I mean the surroundings and socialization also kind of making us more vulnerable, because they are not kind of supporting. So even if we got couple of students who are willing to come to our center for their higher education and to learn skill staying in our center, but the the discouragement, I would say, or this kind of pulling legs, or I would say it's very unfortunate to see that how our people are kind of getting misinformed, or this very I would say this discouragement by their our own neighbors people, that don't go, you're just a girl child, anything can happen, you never know, there are many things can happen and everything, all that. So basically all this information tackling from the ground is quite difficult. And third is like mobilizing the resources, as Priyanka already mentioned during her presentation, that in order to support, especially as initially we were planning to give them books and the ration, grocery, and all of that. So initially we faced problems to kind of mobilize, because it's very new initiative, and these days our people are becoming more skeptical before supporting any initiatives. So so initial days we faced problems to mobilize the resources, like the books and the grocery and all of that. But gradually, a couple of my friends and couple of our activists, and as Lalit sir had already talked about, taking supports from our fellow Ambedkarites other states, they also came forward and support something as best they can, and that's how we run for 4 months. And of course the security edge is important, because somehow we feel that accommodating girl students, especially those who are pursuing 12th, is kind of quite a risk, because as you can see that when it's come to Indian society, lot of things is happening in day-to-day life. So that security you're also thinking to, even if we don't have that much kind of particular mechanism to address that, whether the student is going where and how. So we're also thinking to come up with particular rules and regulation to monitor them, so that at least we should have some regulation about the girl student, about whether they're going and coming, which time and all of that. So we are thinking in that way. And to be honest, this is not whole like challenges, and but the staying and managing each and every day, making us more strong, even if we're facing problems, but at the end it's making oath. So this is how we are just navigating all those problems, and also becoming kind of agent of the solution. So this is something we're doing now. Yeah.
Thank you, Arun.
Okay.
Is there
Thank
any
you,
other
Arun.
follow? Yeah. Priyanka, are you there now? Can you hear us?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
You want to add anything to the questions that we had with Lalit and Jatak?
Pardon, sir. Come again.
मैं आपको कुछ ऐड करना है?
Yes. Also, Arun was saying that you were sharing about the challenges. Yeah. So I would like to add some. Uh, as I said that I'm staying with these girls. So like the students are like they're in the teenage. So sometimes it's become very tough to counsel them, because like आजकल फोन एक बहुत क्रुशियल रोल प्ले कर रहा है उनके लाइफ में। तो पहले पहले जब होता है कि हम लोग एक टाइम टेबल फॉलो करने के लिए बोलते हैं उनको, बिकॉज हम लोग यहाँ पे, आप लोग सुने होंगे नागार्जुना ट्रेनिंग सेंटर इन नागपुर, राइट? सो वी आर फॉलोइंग दैट टाइम टेबल हियर, like they have to wake up early in the morning, and they have to do the meditation, yoga, and like तो शुरू शुरू में they were like कि टाइम टेबल फॉलो नहीं करना, मतलब थोड़ा बहुत ये सब चैलेंजेस आता था, बट धीरे धीरे दे यूज टू डू दैट, लाइक फिर एक होता है कि टाइम टेबल मैनेज करना स्टडी के लिए, तो शुरू शुरू में ये सब दिक्कत होता था, बट अभी नहीं हो रहा है वो सब चीजें। ऑल्सो और एक बात आई वुड से कि काउंसलिंग स्टूडेंट को करना बहुत जरूरी है, तो या दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि धीरे धीरे ये सब चीजें हमें भी समझ में आ रही हैं, बिकॉज इट वाज वेरी न्यू फॉर मी कि इन लोग के साथ रहना और इन लोग को काउंसिल करना, बट जैसे एक दो महीना हुआ मुझे समझ में आया कि ओके कैसे टिकल किया जा सकता है। या सो दिस वाज हैपनिंग बिफोर। यस सर।
And just to add on, like, not final point, but and you can see that, when you are running any residential institution, we have witnessed many of the institutions that people will come and go. So even if we are giving our best to support them, but there are people, especially we felt initially that there are more need after taking reference from the local leaders and talking to the family and all of that. But there are students who do reveal, they register, even if we talk good about them, okay, you should follow this and that so that you can fulfill your target, you can achieve why you are here. So even if we try our best to make them or shape them the way as they could be, so most of them, as already Priyanka mentioned about the mobile phone, they most of the time they become rebellion. They come to us and say that we don't want to stay here, and we used to say that what happened, and they used to say like nothing, I just want to go home. So this going and coming also becoming trend. So this is very unfortunate to see that one, we are spending a lot of energy, spending time counseling not only the student but also the family, but the other side, they anytime they can come and say that I just want to go my home. So in order to address this very question, I think it's quite depressing as a person, and somehow not depression because somehow we used to get cope of in this particular situation being Ambedkar, right? But it feels bad when you try your best to shape your own community, but the community people won't listen to them and they are ready to take the negativity. So somehow this gives us more kind of emotion. We used to get more emotional, to be honest, and this is happening in our center as well. So we still remember that there are a couple of students. We did all the formalities to make them sustain, make them teach something, make them like shape them, teach them as best as we can. But somehow uh they came and they just went after staying couple of days. So this is also quite challenging for us, and majorly the most challenging, as Priyanka mentioning, the like maintaining, take care of them. It's help how we can make them good safety environment, kind of when it's come to health, hygienics, and foods and everything. So I think the most or the holistic, or maybe I would say the general or specific challenges would be how we can sustain this institution in day-to-day basis. That is quite important. And when I'm talking about sustaining institution, it includes everything, whether it's counseling, whether it's any materialistic requirement or resource or teaching and all of that. I think that is quite challenging for us. Yeah.
Good, good. Good, Arun and Priyanka. Any other questions, final questions on this call?
Yes, this is Ravindra Nemane, sir. Kevin, everyone.
क्या बोलिए?
प्रियंका
Go ahead.
हाँ प्रियंका और अरुण, मेरे ख्याल से प्रियंका उनको देख रही है, बच्चियों को मैं सुन रहा था। प्रियंका, आर यू टेकिंग एनी मेजर्स regarding health status of that 6 students, girl students? Means just are you taking them to the sports ground or some garden or some vacant place nearby, and they used to walk or run, or this type of any activities are going on there?
Jairim sir, thank you for the question.
Really?
Yes, actually there are space in front of our house. Like there are, so they're doing workout. They used to do workout here, and now they're uh working in the like working out in their room, like for the YouTube from the YouTube video and the yoga. And yes, they're doing so.
Okay, okay. I think this is more important aspect of our. This should be the more important aspect of our social activities. Actually, if we build up their health well, then there will be less problem in the future. Otherwise, due to different illness or these factors are there, and they have to face these problems, and we have to this way they consume more energy of ours, so we cannot focus on the education point or their career point. So please keep it part. And I will suggest that not only yoga, any simple games you can play. You can run, you can play langdi night we play here, or any you can pick up a ball of 10-20 rupees and you can play in the ground. So that activities must be there. Okay. So we will connect
Yes,
you
sir.
through Arun Mahananda sir. He is connected to us, and thank you very much. Actually, the host here himself is a marathon runner, Mr. Vivek Chavan sir. We get inspired by him, and here in our group in Scan also there are health conscious people. So I just wanted to suggest to you that thanks, you are doing a wonderful job, wonderful job actually, and very appreciable. Thank you very much. We will connect you. Okay,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much, sir.
Just to
Also,
return,
yes. Yeah.
just
Also,
to
we have. I don't. Yeah. Also, we have badminton at our learning center. So yeah, they play badminton as well.
Good. Thank you. Thank you very much for your update.
okay,
Okay,
just
sir.
to Nemane sir, Javim Nemane sir, and it's good to
Jai
connect.
Arun.
Javim. Sir. So
Uh,
yeah, we got as this center is located in district headquarter Bhavanipatna. You already know that this is the district headquarter. So when it's come to health facility, we got the hospital just within I think 600 meters, and we also got couple of gardens. So our students used to go walk in the morning and evening time as well. And also inside the garden there is some space where they are just doing playing this badminton, and also inside they're also doing meditation. As you know
mm,
that today we're living in digital era, so it's always available to online, so the girls used to watch online and practice inside and doing meditation and all of that. So thank you so much, sir. And
Please share some videos or photographs if you available. Please. Thank you very much. Huh? Thank you,
okay,
Arun.
thank you,
All the
Sajid.
very best.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you, Sajid.
thank you.
Second question. If not, then I will conclude this session with thanking Priyanka, Bemal, and Arun for the great initiative for starting the Mata Ramabai Ambedkar Learning Center. We recently, I mean, you probably know the recent Punyatithi of Mata Ramabai on May 27th, which is also observed in America with the presence of Dr. Rajaratnam Ambedkar. And hope you guys did the same thing at your learning center also. With this one, I would like to conclude this session and like to thank you, Bhante, for joining the online Vihara. And also thank you, Kranti Didi, for conducting the quiz session, and the Lucky Jadoo for reading the story. And Priyanka, thank you for, apart from, the storm in your area, no electricity right now, but even though you join on the call, and that's the dedication, I mean, you are having in the Ambedkar movement, that you connected not only with us, but you connected like 30, 25 people who are on the call, and they come to know about your initiative. And Arun, for supporting this, even though you are studying your PhD right now, but you are continuously supporting this cause while doing the studies. That's a very good startup at your level. With this, everyone, the online Vihara team members, thank you for joining. Keep joining and keep spread the message among your friends and family to join this weekly online Vihara. There are a lot of great initiatives. We come to know a lot of the good Dhamma session. Banteji talk about the chitta, how we need to control our chitta, our mind. So he talked about it, and we need to keep learning this kind of sessions every day to remind us. At least, so please give us your at least 1 or 2 hours every week on online Sunday Vihara. You can join from anywhere so that we can get connected. With this, I would like to thank you everyone for joining again today. With this, have a great Sunday ahead, and see you in next week again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Jai Bhim.
Jai Bhim.
Thank you
Now-
so much, sir.
Thank you
Jai
so
Bhim,
much.
Jai Bhim.